Hello, welcome to Lesson 22. I'm Jason with CodeLearner.com. Here we're going to talk a little bit more about initializing variables and declaring variables. This is stuff that we've done since the very first set of lessons here, but we want to spell a few things out and just make sure you've realized them consciously. Before we've done things like initiating variables, or this is called declaring a variable actually. At the beginning, when you actually just specify what type of variable it is in the name, that's called declaring a variable. Initializing a variable is when you take a variable that you've declared and you set it equal to a number like this. So this is a perfectly valid program that is compilable and runnable. Here, this step here is called what we call declaring a variable. That's when you declare the type. This is called initializing the variable. Now, it's perfectly fine if you want to do this. You can do Boolean variables like this, yeah, and then after you declare them, you can specify what they're equal to. That's perfectly fine. There's no problem with that. However, it starts to get lengthy if you start declaring every variable on a separate line and then initializing every variable on a separate line. It's going to create a lot of stuff at the beginning of your program. So Java gives you a lot of flexibility in how you declare and initialize your variable. So instead of just saying integer, call it JSON, and then initialize it down there, I can just say integer JSON is equal to 10, and I can do that on the same line. So this does two things at once. First, I'm declaring the name and the type of the variable that I have. And secondly, I'm initializing that variable to an initial value. So if I print this value out, it'll say 10 because that's what's stored in there. All right. You can do the same thing with all the other variable types. So instead of saying character and then down here set it equal to something, I can just say character Gibson is equal to single quote $, like that, or single quote capital R like that, or something.